Daryl, are you okay?
Yeah. I guess we're walking.
Episode 5 is called Vouloir, c'est Pouvoir. It means where there's a will, there's a way. And it's a little bit of a play on Pouvoir, because Pouvoir des Vivants, which means power of the living, is the name of the movement that Genet has been leading for years. And also it plays just to Daryl's relentless need to find and get to Laurent. Especially with Isabelle gone, nothing else matters to Daryl but the boy.
Caudron decided to go to the roof camp. First of all, he wants to help them. He had time to think in jail, and he had time to understand that he was on the wrong side.
Caudron started to sort of make a switch at the end of season 1. And now what we see is that he's a man who's really reckoning with himself. And he has that beautiful scene with Laurent where he gets into that whole explanation about his brother and why he was angry at Daryl.
Je te demande pardon.
Je t'ai déjà pardonné. Et j'espère qu'un jour, tu le pardonneras aussi.
There is a very beautiful connection between Caudron and Laurent.
Laurent, he sees the good in Caudron. He has faith in him because, everyone can be redeemed.
This child is special. And Caudron felt that at the end of the first season. And now they meet again, and he's more than grateful about what this child did. He saved his life, and more than this, he saved his direction of life. So he opened his heart in a way.
Hi, man. Okay.
So we're doing Ash running from the zombies, and then he gets in, and now one gets to the door and tries to bash it. 2 more zombies, and that's when he gets his head hit.
Come on, look at that. There's gotta be something alive in there.
Being surrounded by all of those zombies in that SUV over there felt very claustrophobic, and also kind of reminded me of getting a car wash.
The choreography of that scene was pretty amazing.
Today we have 80 walkers. There's traditional walkers, the rotted, crazy ones, and then we have a lot of freshly turned ones because the sequence requires a lot of people that have died recently. So there's not a ton of prosthetics. It's more pale paint job and some veins and bite wounds and splattered blood and stuff.
Okay, next shot. Today is going to be very challenging because we have a lot of special effects. We're literally tearing zombies apart, having the car covered in blood as Daryl and Carol effect their escape.
Got any ideas?
Not any good ones.
The tranquilizer darts are filled with this concoction. Daryl knows what the result of an injection with this material is. So he's creating little Tasmanian devil zombies so that these 2 particular walkers can diminish the threat by tearing any unsuspecting walker in its vicinity from limb to limb.
I like the suspense and the quiet, calm. You're just wondering, waiting for something to strike, and you don't know where it's going to happen.
1, 2, 3.
My favorite moment from that day was how much fun we had with the amount of dead bodies on the ground.
She's not in the scene, Norman.
I mean, there was like hundreds of dead bodies, and it was super sticky, super bloody. And being inside this car with the windows and it smashing up against the windows and everyone's panicking, I was like, oh, you're back.
You see Daryl and Carol working together again in tandem, which is something that I missed, and I was really, really happy to shoot that.
Dixon is faithful only to himself.
Daryl wants to save Laurent. You want to make him a martyr.
The Lo-Sang-Daryl opposition, which we see playing out starting in episode 1 even, is sort of these 2 father figures that represent different ways of being and different ways of seeing the world. Daryl's influence on the boy is not good for the nest, and it's not good for what they believe and what they want the boy to become. And so Daryl's influence on Laurent is dangerous to them.
I'm not a martial arts practitioner. And so, you know, I had done all this preparation on my own about other aspects, things from the text and everything else, but the show got me in touch with a man named Leo Tamaki, who is a very accomplished, wonderful martial artist and Aikido master. And then working with Seb, stunt coordinator, and all the people in his great department and the amazing stunt double I have. To their credit, they were like, you know, we want you to do as much of this as you can. We think you can do it. And so, you know, I had this great opportunity to do this huge fight. Shooting the final fight scene with Norman, one of the unusual things about it is we're shooting so out of order. So you have to prepare yourself to die months before you're going to finish the job. There's an inevitability to Lo Song's end, and it's tragic because he really does love the boy. He really does have faith that there is a higher purpose to humanity and that it's humanity's job to follow that path. He just, in the end, took the wrong path.